Captain's log, stardate 0927201916.5. Starship Enterprise B's log, NCC 1701B. So, what's up, everyone? So, anyways, I just wanted to share what's up with so basically I want to share what's going on for a couple minutes. So my computer is doing well. I have been utilizing the Microsoft Assistant on my laptop. They did a lot of bloatware. Hello, cousin Dinky. Anyways, I'm gonna say hi to cousin Dinky. So, anyways, a couple updates for you all. Basically, this morning, Chloe had an anger outburst this morning, and I'm kind of afraid. My lawyer was like, "Don't worry about it. We're trying to get a reasonable accommodation because it's the way of the land." Now, my manager, previous manager, he was outside smoking today. We're just talking about Dinky today, and I'm like, "Yeah, TGI Friday means a nice fire going at the fire pit and brewskis, and he was a sweetheart. He's just like, look, in my humble opinion, there's nothing that can be done, and so, but he doesn't think anything's going to happen. The management company, on the other hand, this is where it gets tricky. So my lawyer messages me, and I said, look, I emailed him, I said, Dinky and I want to make plans to come out, and it's costing me about $112. Now, I got a backup computer I got to rebuild. I got to pay off the vet, which I got to take care of. And I got other issues to take care of. And so he turned around and he's like, go to your appointment. The problem isn't about the $112. The problem is more about other issues. Now, $112 is a lot of money. And frankly, I don't mind forking out $112 to go see my family for 11 or 12 days or even 14 days. Dinky, you're awesome. Thank you. I'm loving this computer. I'm getting used to Windows 10. So, I'm a Windows 7 before girl. So, I'm not really good at new technology. So, thank you, Dinky. So, I basically turned around and I've been trying to work out this. I got Christmas coming up, layaways. I got to figure out my travel expenses for going to Wenatchee next month for a doctor's appointment. I could delay my doctor's appointment. The doctor said no problem because the doctor also know we're trying to track down a specialist for hormones and stuff, which Dinky said, go ahead and use her address. So I got primary care set up for Portland, but I also am setting up a post office box for Portland too, just to make sure. And Dinky doesn't realize this because, me and Dinky were close. We're like two peas in a pod, and she's married the awesomest man in the world. And I hope she understands that when I ask stupid questions, it's not about, oh, do I need a Costco membership? No, it's, like she said, she was talking about cars the other day. And to me, carrying a cooler, you're limited on your space. You buy the membership, you go in there, you get your meats. Now, I was talking to my sister Teddy Bear just a minute ago, and she said, go through Walmart. Well, between Walmart and Schwann's, the only thing I'm interested in fish and chips in this book. I asked the guy today when I saw him, can I get a catalog? And he's like, no problem. He thought I was a sir. And I'm like, he saw my boobs, he's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm very sorry. And I'm like, dude, I should get some free food, for that one. So anyways, what happened was, I've been doing some research on Walmart. Walmart, you know, So I got this girl who's messaging me. Not that I commit adultery or anything with this girl. She's like a Chloe. Loses a loose cannon at times, but cool. Anyways, I support everyone, I'm open minded. But, anyways, the point goes like this. So, basically, what's happened was I've been doing some research, and Chloe today, I said, look at this, just be nice. She looked at my computer and she says, oh my God, Walmart's not taking EBT for their all online order. She's like happy. She could just order everything on the 4th and have it delivered, pick it all up. Well, the problem is, as Dinky knows, I need a shopping cart or a universal multi-cart for Moppy. We have the freezer and stuff. So I was, looking at either, so I was telling my sister Teddy Bear, I like fish and chips. Well, I don't want to spend extra money, as Dinky knows, for beer batter or breadcrumb batter or whatever it is. I know how to make it. I just don't want to spend the extra money. Now, I like fish and chips. I like wings. So I can do both at Walmart. My cousin, Dinky, she's awesome. I'm sorry, Teddy said, hey, just go through Walmart. It's cheaper. So, and I like my cold sandwiches too, and I'm like hoarding money and doing this, doing that, trying to get things moving along, and so forth. So I'm trying to do all this stuff. But the problem is, and I want to share this since Dinky's watching it, probably over a cold brewski, I bet. Don't worry, I got some Wisco. So, I will, here's the deal. As my cousin-in-law knows, and I want to be complete sincere because I'm always sincere and she knows it. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for my laptop. Now, Dinky's kind of worried about a couple issues, and I want to share them with you for the audience because my family means the world to me, okay? Now, Dinky knows that I'm worried about uh, my independence, okay? Now, if for some hellacious reason I ended up at Dinky's house for a while, Dinky and I would work on getting me a housing out there, apartment, and the transportation and everything that I need. The problem is we don't know what's going on with the lawyer, okay? Now my lawyer basically said they're playing hardball, okay? What happened was I went to see the manager yesterday and I said I got half the paperwork sitting right there on my desk for the research. Now, I went to the mailbox today and there was nothing, okay? So I'm waiting for Social Security for research. He turned around and today he says, you might be researched, you might not, but you know what? You're a good kid. You don't have any problems with me. Problem is he said, oh, I heard there was an episode where Chloe got mad. I don't know anything about that. I mean, last night I was a little tipsy, but anyway, so basically I'm worried because I don't know where to go and I don't want to be homeless. And so I've said this in many times over in my video. If my cousin and cousin-in-law has to take command temporarily of this fleet admiral, I give command to them. Okay, they have an Akira class. Me, I have the entire Star Fleet. So if I have to give command to Captain Corey or Commander Terra temporarily till I get on my feet because of this problem, well, I will have to relinquish command joyful. But you know what? They might be able to do a little more budgeting and balancing better than I can because at the point right now, as everyone knows, I'm working on 2 people. Now, Dinky also knows my independence would be jeopardized. And I've tried to explain this to many times to her with my full heart that if it ever happened, I trust her judgment and I trust Corey's judgment. Just give me my food, take 400 or 300 or $400 for. Actually, let me break it down what I would be paying, okay? Because I don't want my family to think I'm a mooch, okay? Now, I pay $299 for this apartment. I'd be paying $300 for their room if it ever came to that while waiting for quote unquote, you know, uh, quote unquote, for an apartment, which could take years. But I would also pay for the internet because I don't know what they pay. I pay $65 a month here. I would pay if their internet $70 a month. I'd pay at least half of it right off the top. Their electric bill is my electric bill is 60 here to 100. I'd pay at least 60 to 100. I wouldn't shaft them anything. I'd be paying my portions, and I'd still balance out my money, but I would have more money because I wouldn't be taking care of someone. But that is where my family, I think, the whole independency just, the thing is, if there's a water bill, you just be like, oh, well, take $40 for water every month. I mean, literally, there's three people in the house, so two of them are married, and Dinky knows literally I won't push this unless it's the last resort. I mean, my family in Colorado, nope, house full. I don't want to be in a homeless shelter. And so to me, $142 a month for a storage shed is pretty damn good. Okay, just take that off the top. But everything else you divide, up and accounting for them like I would do, it's fine. Literally, it's completely fine. And then and I'm not saying I want to do it. My only family out there is this. Now, let me explain what's going on with Chloe's mom real quick, too. I messaged Chloe because Chloe had a meltdown. Chloe's mom and Chloe had a meltdown. Chloe's mom basically said, "Well, you can come home if you get treatment. If you get treatment, that means hospitalization first." Now, her mom wanted her to go to freaking Oregon. Now, I don't think my family, my beloved family in Oregon, Corey and Dinky, should be paying the fucking tax money just for them to basically keep Chloe there. And besides, they don't take Washington Medicaid. So the lawyers, of course, are only looking at reasonable accommodation for myself and trying to pull a few strings for me to keep this place. I'm being representative. Now, Dinky and Corey should realize by now the reason for the uh, representation is because I'm a paying community member on disability. Chloe doesn't have any income, so they don't want to help her. They don't. They want to just look at me as well. You might be bipolar, you might be schizophrenic, you might be a fleet admiral, you might be, mentally tarnished, but we got to look after you. So in the meantime, the manager company only has one course of action, and that is the 20-day thing. Now I'm paid up till the 30th. So if if um, Corey and Dinky realize the worst case scenario is storage shed and back to Portland for them, then we're gonna have to pull resources together because I know Dinky has connections there for, the mental, what do you call it, the developmentally disabled program, and so she was sent me some applications, and I've been waiting for these people to call me back, and they haven't. So, we have links to places where we can go for housing, but main problem is like I said, if I have to pay, which I'd gladly do, I'd give 300 a room and pay my portions of everything just as an emergency, which God hopes we don't. Let's hope God basically blesses us, because frankly, if I have to turn over command for a while to my family, I will. It's not because I want to, it's because it's called survival. Now, Chloe, on the other hand, her mom basically said, unless you get mental help, you're not coming home. So to me, there's not many options I can do. I can send her to Seattle and hope like hell they find a bed for her in one of the hospitals. But so, now back to the mental hospital thing in the mental clinic today. So I went in there and they gave us a card for uh today at 3 o'clock. They said it was yesterday, so they finally emailed me and said, "Yeah, it was today, but he wasn't in. They tried to reschedule it. We don't have a phone. Yada yada yada." Chloe's been pestering me about getting a replacement phone, which we've been ordered. We're just waiting. They're on backlog because the government doesn't want to have us have those lifeline phones. But it's all good. So the bottom line is, when it comes to this whole ordeal, okay, uh, I've done everything by the book. Dinky knows this. I've got money put aside for storage shed. I got money put aside for a truck. I got boxes secured. I got advocates working around the clock behind the scenes. I got a lawyer who's like, "Yeah, we already blacked out the dates, but until they give us the return receipt requested and gives us the information by the time you travel, there's nothing." He's like, "We're basically sitting in limbo." He said, pretty much what they could do is on the 30th, which is Monday, give me my notice and say you have 20 days to leave, which means in that 20-day period, if I can get a truck for, which I have money put aside, then what's going to happen is, I'm going to have to basically get everything storage and then make arrangements with Dinky and the rest to go down there, and then just live in Oregon under their command. But you know what? I hope it never happens because, frankly, And then you have my advocate. Okay, now one of my advocates, they're sweet people. Okay, they're going to take me to lunch. Same with my other advocate, and the lawyer wants to come and meet us. So I got like 3 lunches planned, which means free food. But honestly, the point and that means one meeting, probably 4 lunches, one meeting being the management company. The problem is as I love Dinky dearly, is I don't really want my independence taken, and she knows this. She's the most sweetest woman in the world. So bottom line is, I really don't want to give up my command unless I have to, and that's only as a last resort. Now, for some of you out there saying, oh, well, what's going on? How come you're doing this? How come you're doing that? How come, let me explain it to you, because I know my beloved family, Dinky, who I love dearly, and Corey probably don't understand. Okay. Basically, the management company was trying to do self eviction. And when that blew up in their face, they decided to basically stack up 3 comply or vacate notices. Now, the lawyer got a hold of the jackasses and they said, look, we sent one for the 25th. They're on a new lease cycle, but we can't resert them because we don't know if we want to resert them. So they're going to either give me a 20-day to boot it, which, as my advocate said, thank God for uh, the notice, that, as Poppy said, in my medical records, they keep claiming I'm bipolar and schizophrenic. Well, if that's the case, do you think they're going to want to throw someone else that's schizophrenic or bipolar out? I don't think so. And then you have um, uh, the other option where they might just want to throw me on the streets anyways. But the bottom line is I hope it doesn't come to it. But my lawyer is basically betting that right now we might be uh, between the 20-day and just, you're not being researched. There's only 2 options they can do. And right now I'm under the window of research for month to month. Unfortunately, the month problem is that. So anyways, so let's go on to a couple other stories, because I know Dinky's waiting for this story. So this morning, I was cleaning the bathroom floors like I usually do, and this morning I had to use a scrub pad and everything else, a little Windex and a little this, and basically I did what I needed to, and I said, look, when we get back from your appointment, you can finish cleaning the bathroom. Well, Chloe decided to do it early because she wants to show that she's capable of cleaning. Well, she used Comet and Ajax on the floor. Now, that basically opened up a big can of worms of what we call uh, uh, what it came down to was um, ammonia gas, and that's pretty dangerous. So we had to vent the house out and leave. And while I was walking the dogs and everything, doing my business, I ran across the Schwans, man, and they had some really good deals, and I'm like, do I want to get Schwans or do I want to go with Walmart? Well, frankly, I'd rather go through Walmart because it's cheaper, you know, um, but anyways, my dip can almost empty and the weather being crappy, I don't know how much more I can hold on to for the next 5 days. I mean, let me just tell you this, okay? Right now, payday is approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nights. Okay, 5 nights until payday, 6 until I go shopping, and 7 until I go shopping. Okay. Problem is in the meantime, I got ferry tickets all lined up so I can go shopping for groceries. But the problem is, I also want to do layaway, so I got layaway to take care of, the vet to take care of, repairing the computer, which I got to take care of, or asking Dinky if I should wait for a month or two and get that done later, or ordering another one through layaway at Walmart, and everything else before Christmas comes. So I got all these ideas, but I need some guidance, and so this is why I ask family for guidance, and so, I love like I said, I love my family dearly. They mean the world to me, but the bottom line is, honestly, I'm basically panicking because here's how it works, okay? And I know Dinky's watching this, and I get paid Tuesday night, I believe it is. Tuesday night? Logically speaking, Wednesday night, Captain. All right, Flock, thank you. Wednesday night, okay, I get paid. And I got to have that ticket ordered for Friday morning, okay? And my appointment for heart doctor is Friday morning. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it because I'm not there early. Now, I don't know what it costs to go the day before. So if I order my ticket, say, on the 2nd at, say, 10 o'clock at night, right, or 11 o'clock at night, right, how much it's going to be. Currently, every time I turn around, they're sold out. So technically, my problem is what happens? Well, or if there is an opening, they'll be basically sending me by business, which means too much money, so, which is bothering me because the lawyers turned around and said, look, you're going off on these days, to your travel, but problem is, how do you get it done? And so I told the lawyers, well, what do you do? And the lawyer said to me, you gotta play it by ear. Look at this. I just freaking got trying to price out tickets real quick just for a different date, and they're like, please input the dates that you want. There you go. Find trains. See, problem is they're giving me errors. Okay. So basically, to get there is not a problem. To get there is not a problem. Problem is getting there and getting back. And that's not a problem. So one of the things that I'm worried about, and Dinky's always joking with me is, well, that's interesting to know. Uh, I'm gonna go down here and look at this. And so I just realized that it cost me $80 instead of $111 to leave on the 3rd. So basically, that's cheaper. I do that if I can secure it. The problem is going on Friday. It seems everyone wants the Friday slot. So technically, just to go there, but I'm worried about two other options: A, rent; B, groceries, which I got to make sure my groceries are picked up. So, say for example, I order a bunch of sandwich meats, and I tell Chloe, my food, pick it up, leave it there, come back and get it. It's fine. Unfortunately for me, the problem is I don't want my food eaten. Now I know she doesn't touch cheese, so cheese is a good idea. So basically, I just asked one of my sisters about computers for a secondary one in case I want not to repair this one, or at least whatever Christmas for Chloe. But bottom line is so uh you know so right now I got Schwann's versus Walmart. I got other things to deal with, like $111 or $80. And if I do $80, I can probably secure it, but they'll be like, you can't secure it, you need, thing is, if I'm going to leave the 3rd, I could probably call Walmart for it, like I said. The problem, or not Walmart, problem is, I still got to basically balance out the budget for glasses, so my beloved Dinky, she's family, and I really honestly think, that, even though Dinky wants to see me, with my room the way it is in Portland, I think she's procrastinating. So if I delayed my trip till January, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's cool." Late December, but I love Dinky anyway. Look at it, and she means the world to me. But the other problem is Dinky knows this is, to get there and get everything done, and get all of the stuff done. I have to make sure I have clean clothes. I don't want to go with a laundry basket. It's right there overflowing with dirty clothes. I don't want to sit there and say, hey, sis, I got a whole suitcase I rolled up of 20 pairs of socks, 40 pairs of panties, and these dresses. Can you wash them for me? I mean, it's not my cousin's job to wash my clothes, I mean, I wash my own clothes. I don't really know how to use the washing machine at people's houses because I'm the type that just, puts in the laundry detergent, puts in the money, and goes, and it goes, and then I time it. Whereas everything else is different, But, like I said, my family means the world to me. And the other thing is I need to work with Dinky about either layaway, up here, and travel. I mean, I could leave a day later, a day early, and get in, and that saves me $30. But at the same time, like I said, I don't want to pack, you know, a suitcase with dirty clothes, which to me, it's kind of wrong, And here's how I feel it. Okay, now I know my family thinks, that other family, not other family, but these other people in the world, like in Chloe's state, where her family is, thinks it's my responsibility to pay like the laundry bill. Now, talking to the intake lady, she said it's not my job, but if I leave on the 3rd and I get back the 14th or 15th, like the plan is, I have to go directly to the post office, right there with Dinky's help on Friday morning, or give her my card to get the money order and express ship my rent to the apartment. Now, let's put it this way, okay? Now, I could secure the train travel tonight. The opening thing, as my lawyer said, was, what if we get it all set up for me to travel? They turn around and give a notice saying, you got 20 days of leave. Then what? I might as well just take the excess money, get in other monies, get the storage shed and the truck like we have put aside, do it, take what I want down, and then figure my way out for Portland. Because frankly, my family doesn't want me homeless. Chloe will probably end up homeless because, her mom wants her in a mental hospital up here. Well, if I lose my house, well, but as Chloe's mom also said, we've done everything by the book for ADA law and everything else because the lawyer said, but as everyone knows, the thing is, when it comes to mental illness, they're basically turning around and saying, look, if the doctors, 2 hospitals, basically turned around. If the doctors turn around and say I'm schizophrenic, just put it in there, for reasonable accommodation. That is logically correct, Admiral. You got it, Mr. Spock. Literally. So technically, that's how it goes. So, but anywho, like I said, when it comes to my family, the problem with the lawyer is, the lawyer basically is like, look, we're on the 27th. Time comes around, the 30th is on a Monday. New manager, maybe. If they don't do anything on Monday, they might just plop something in on Tuesday, which means Tuesday the 1st between 9 and 4, we might get a notice. You got 20 days leave. So basically, it's basically that. I mean, those are the only cards you can use. You can use you got 20 days to vacate, your rents, you're not being reserted, you're out. Or you got 20 days of this, or I can go down to Portland and the lawyer could just sit there until November, and then they could be like, oh, well, we're, a new manager and stuff. The thing is, no one knows what's going on. And so the lawyer is sitting there waiting. I'm sitting there waiting. And Chloe's mom knows we've done everything by the book. Dinky knows we've done everything by the book. Lawyer is basically saying, go ahead and go to your trip. Fortunately, no one knows what's going on. Plain and simple. And that's the problem. The problem is, again, what do you do? And so I'm not worried so much right now. If it comes to it, well, that's where Dinky and Corey and I can brainstorm ideas and options. Now, I know they don't want me living in a tent because I have a service dog that could be eaten by a bear or a mountain lion, or my bunny could be eaten, or mauled, which, I'd gladly pay for Corey to build a little bunny hutch and let Ebony run around in his own little hutch as long as he ain't being eaten. I mean, the little bunny means the world to me, and frankly, we'll come to that bridge when we come to it. So, To me, I'm not worried about it. And right now, I'm worried about the next 3 days, which means weekend comes. The manager's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about anything." But Monday morning, 30th day, they can do it either Monday or Tuesday. They can just plop something down. But my lawyer. Talking about my lawyer for a minute, my lawyer turned around, right? He basically wrote a PDF. He sent me a PDF. I sent it to Dinky, and the PDF turned around and basically um, it states that says, please advise this office is representing Aries Sky Rita Lee. Please direct all communications to me in my office, formal meeting with management discussed the recent 10-day comply vacate. We've complied for almost 2.5 months. I write to reiterate the request for informal reading. Please schedule an event in my office. Aries Sky Rita Lee, importantly, she'll be out of the state from October 4th to the 15th. So ask a meeting not scheduled in that time. If it happens, use the telephone. See? Sincerely, lawyer. Now, problem is with that beautiful, beautiful letter is people are sitting there saying, well, it's in the hands of the lawyer. It's not literally in the hands of the lawyer, okay? What it is it's in the hands of it's in the hands of the management company. The management company only has two cards to play, okay? They can either or three. They can give the reasonable accommodations, which they won't give. They say if they have to give one, they give the other. But Whaleman upstairs, he walks like, two, they could turn around and give the boot, which we don't know, which the problem is. Or three, they could basically keep us here and get Chloe get treatment. Unfortunately, no one knows what's going on, so I'm not talking to you all about this as a concerned fleet admiral. I'm doing this as a tactical officer of Starfleet that says, look, she either allows them to do treatment through Compass, or two, they evict us just because they don't want us there because we're trans. Three, they evict us because they don't want to recert us because we're trans and they don't have no reason to do it. Or four, they let it go to court. And they don't want the court fees. I don't want the court fees. So technically, they're weighing their options. Our lawyer is just sitting there biding his time. Now, my lawyer said go ahead and take the trip, but the problem is, like I said, is how do you take a trip when you know damn good and well they could spring something Monday or Tuesday and game over. And that's where I was trying to explain it to my beloved cousin Dinky, who I love dearly, and Corey, that this isn't over till the fat lady sings. Now, they could also offer me, you can keep your place if you get rid of Chloe. Fortunately, all they got to do is remove Chloe from the lease and it's done. They wanted a restraining order, which was a self eviction because I can't qualify for out this place unless certain issues. So the bottom line is, I'm just waiting patiently, and you know, um, you know, so I'm waiting patiently. My family's waiting patiently. We're all wanting to meet up so we can have wings. I know Dinky's. I think Dinky's heart's like, don't eat too many wings because my heart. But in the end, we'll just find out how this plays out. So, with that said, everyone, there's nothing new to report on the Battlefront situation. We're just waiting patiently. And I'm getting ready to unwind the night with some whiskey and to relax because I'm tired. And I've done enough here already. So, and so with me, it's all up in the hands of the lawyers. And the lawyer said, go and get your eye exam done, go get your heart thing done, and do everything else. But how can I do it when, I'm afraid that they're going to spring something while I'm gone? And Dinky knows this. Dinky is my confidant, and I confided in her. And I said, lawyer said to go for it, but what if they spring something? And next thing you know, I'm back on the 15th, and I have no money, and I got to be out in 5 days. So technically, we're basically sitting here waiting. So, the other options is with Dinky is, maybe a little trailer or something. We'll figure it all out. In the meantime, I'm just waiting patiently. Just like I'm waiting for Starfleet Command to get back to me with Commander Ainami for information on laptops and everything else. So, with that said, I don't have much to report. I got 9 spreadsheets to do still in the next 2 days, and I restarted to like 56 for the last step, and then I got 2 others to do, and then the budget redone. And the budget I'm working on every day. It's taking its time because I got to get used to Windows 10. So, with that said, my timer is set. I want the whiskey, and my dinner will be ready in about 10 minutes. So, please, please, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit that like, subscribe button. It's awesome button even for your family. Hit that bell notification. It's wholesome fun, and it gives you updated content. And it's also wholesome fun for your service dogs and your bunny. Thanks for watching, everyone. Captain's Log out. USS Enterprise B, NCC 1701. B, this transmission ends now.